Welcome to my stamp room. We are going to make a fun fold card tonight. I want to thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You are making the world a kinder place with every card that you send, and you're doing amazing things. So thank you for all that you do, all those paper hugs that you are putting out in the world. They are making a difference, so keep it up. I hope in these videos you get a little creative inspiration so that it makes it easier for you to make and send more cards. Tonight we are going to do, it's good now. Oh gosh, I know. You know, I got a new microphone, and my old one, it was just there and it just would go. The new one, I actually have to like put it on and I forget sometimes. So thank you for your patience. Sorry about that little hiccup, but we're good. We're off to the races now, right? We're going to make a fun fold card tonight. Yay for fun folds. Speaking of fun folds, my Crafternoon class is later this month. It'll be on December 20th. So if you placed an order in my online store last month for $50, you'll get a packet in the mail later this month to make that card with me prior to the 20th, hopefully. And then if you want to create with me in January, seriously, it's December already. Where does the time go? If you want to create with me in January, you can place a $50 order in my online store this month, and you'll be all set for the next Crafternoon. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I did turn this light off because it makes me sort of fuzzy. Let me turn it back on. I guess it's not terrible. So anyway, let's go ahead and start creating. So I am going to go, I want to remind you, I do send out free project sheets. You can sign up at SueStampfield.com. One went out last week. Now last week, it's been a kind of a crazy, this past week was crazy. I was down at the Christmas tree farm to do the program for the kindergarten class, and that was a lot of fun. My mom loves it when the kids come out. And so she had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with the kids, and I have a lot of pictures I'll be sharing in the next project sheet email I sent out. We also made Mom's cards while I was down there, got her Christmas cards sorted out, and I'll show those to you as well. Whoops, go away button, there we go. Tree farm update. Yes, the tree farm, our Christmas tree farm opened on Thanksgiving Day, and that Thursday and Friday were very busy. I had other family members running the show then, and my big contribution is doing the kindergarten class. So yeah, it was fun. Let's go ahead and go down the desktop here, and when I send out a project sheet, I always send out a project sheet email. Okay, so let's look at Mom's Christmas card. I also have Happy Mail tonight. Oh my gosh, so much fun Happy Mail. So this was the card that I made on Tuesday night's video. It's a Joy Fold card with that fabulous Merry Christmas. This one actually just showed up on the Last Chance list that came out on Tuesday. I didn't know that when I recorded the video. So I wasn't able to give you a heads up that this was on Last Chance. This designer series paper, which is the Christmas Tags and More, also is on the Last Chance list now. Now this one is out of stock, but it is due back the week of December 15th if you've been waiting for that one. So this is a Joy Fold, so it opens up like this and then like this. As somebody said on the video, this one does not stand for display. I mean, I guess it kind of does, but not really. This would be one that you would put on the fridge for display, or you would put it in a card tree for people to show off. But Mom's was that same design, but slightly different. She liked this paper a lot. This is the Traditions of Christmas. That's the one with the pretty gold in it. That paper also is Last Chance. Now, many of these Last Chance things are on sale, so check them out. Check out the deals. But this is the B-side, which has this cute plaid, and she really liked that. She wanted a very cheerful card this year, and so she loved the Santa hat idea on the Merry Christmas. She stuck those all on, by the way. And then I had rhinestones on this, but she fell in love with the peppermints. So we put peppermints on all hers, and then we just stamped a little candy cane on the inside to kind of double down on the peppermints. So that was Mom's Christmas card. This stamp set is called Wishing You Joy, I believe, and it is also on the Last Chance list and on sale. So check those out. All right, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to try to remember to show you most of the Happy Mail at the end of the video. However, I'm going to show you one of the Happy Mail cards because it's what's inspiring tonight's card. We are going to do a fun fold card and also a technique. This one's like kind of a twofer, you guys. So, oh, -24 in Manitoba. Oof, that is chilly. Oh my goodness. By the way, I do not have a moderator tonight. Anne, my sister, who often moderates for me, is actually down at the Christmas tree farm selling trees. So she is staying in the cabin tonight with no signal. So we're on our own, friends. We're on our own, but we can do this. All right, so I got this absolutely gorgeous card in the mail from Karen Schultz, Karen with a C. Karen, every once in a while, will send me she'll send me a card, and her cards are always absolutely stunning. She lives in Wisconsin, and I'm so thrilled. That's why I know when you guys are sending your happy mail, people are just so thrilled to get your cards. It made my day. And I love how she put a fancy protective embossed layer to protect the rhinestones in the card, but also as a little extra fun element. And it's stamped on the envelope, all the things, right? Now she used the Gallery Blooms stamp set and what's the name of this embossing folder, you guys? Oh, come on, Susan. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. We're using it tonight. And she did, so this is a fun fold card. Let me show you how this opens. So it opens up like this. And so this, you can see, is attached to the card base here. And then this flap flips out like that. How fun is that? So just a simple fun fold idea, but it's a trifold really. So it's got that extra element inside, which is super fun. Trifold, that's what I should have called it on my measurement sheet. I called it something else. But anyways, and then this panel is slightly smaller, and it attaches to that this panel right here. So super cute. Now Karen says that she gives credit for the 2-tier Eclipse method that she used on the front. She doesn't say where she got the fun fold. She probably just dreamed it up. But this on the front, do you see how all the extra shadows and depth behind that flower? That is called the 2-tier Eclipse technique. And she said she learned it from my video. That was on Split Coast Stampers. That video is also on my YouTube channel. And you guys, that's from oh my gosh, that's from forever ago, 5 years ago. Damask. Thank you so much, Felicia. That's the name of the folder, the Damask folder. You guys are on it. You're awesome. So yeah, gorgeous card. So this, I haven't done this technique in so long. Let's see if I can remember it. It could have been 10 years ago. I mean, seriously, it was a long time ago, way before I was doing regular videos like this. So anyway, we're going to give that a try tonight. And we're also going to make this fun fold card. You guys down for it? Woohoo! What is that border die? Oh, right here? This border die, I think it's actually not a border die. It's 3 separate die cut pieces that are leaves. And those are right out of this Gallery Blooms dies, I believe. We will find out tonight. Look, she even did a flower here and die cut it. Of course, this is the back side of that front panel. Now we're going to do this, but we're going to change it up a little bit because, that's what we do here, right? And we're actually going to make it with Designer Series paper. So let's go ahead and go to a Designer Series paper here. So we're going to use a new one, you guys, and it is called True Blue. And this paper is all about the blues. Now this paper is actually the very first product of the month for December. This just launched on Tuesday. If you're in the US and you place a $75 order, for $5, you can add on this paper. Now normally our Designer Series papers like this are $12.95, but for just $5 you can get this paper. So let's check it out, and we are going to make our card with this paper tonight, along with some other fun stuff. So let's check it out. So on the front we've got these beautiful big cabbage roses that are kind of a line art, like made from little lines. It's gorgeous, and it's balmy blue background and night of navy for the flowers. And then the flip side of this one is another balmy blue, night of navy. There's just 2 colors listed on the package, balmy blue and night of navy, but it also, as you can see, has white. So this one has this beautiful, this reminds me of like a Victorian wallpaper. It's beautiful. This next one is, again, white, balmy blue with some night of navy leaves on there. And then the flip side of this one is this delicate pattern. This is another one that reminds me of a gorgeous wallpaper a little bit. So it's got navy and balmy blue there. Just a very delicate design on this side. This one reminds me a little bit of a bandana. I don't know why. It's not quite. So it's got balmy blue leaves and little flowers all over a Night of Navy background. And the flip side of this one is Night of Navy. Now this background color is Night of Navy lightened up. It actually is very similar to Misty Moonlight, so Misty Moonlight would also work really well with this particular pattern. And then this one is actually a very pale balmy blue background. I know on my camera it probably looks white, but it's actually a pale balmy blue back here. And then it has Night of Navy leaves and balmy blue flowers. And then on the flip side, it has a lightened up balmy blue on regular balmy blue. And those are like little, I guess, leaves, I would say. And then this one's really cute. These big bouquets with in white with a balmy blue background. I love blues. I'm a sucker for blues. They really inspire me. Oh, look at this one. Oh, gorgeous, right? Absolutely gorgeous. This one is, again, kind of reminds me of wallpaper. So balmy blue. Actually, I don't think it is balmy blue flowers. I'm going to say this one is more like lightened up Night of Navy. The Misty Moonlight, I think, would also pair well with this particular pattern. Just the leaves and the flowers there, and is really, really good. Oh, you got it. You can't wait for your order to arrive, Joanne. It's coming in your order. Woohoo! Now, let me tell you a little bit about Product of the Month. Every month it will be a different offering. This is the first one, and when this runs out, it's done, right? So if it sells out, it'll be gone. So if this is on your list, I would encourage you to not wait too long. First come, first serve. It's while supplies last, I guess is how we would say that. This one has bigger leaves in it and something that almost looks like baby's breath. Little sprigs there, and this one is a white background with the balmy blue leaves. Super pretty. And then, oh, look at this side. Oh, this reminds me of a baby card, doesn't it? Those sweet little flowers and leaves and the dots and the lines there. Super, super cute. So that is that one. Now, what happens if December ends and they don't sell out of the True Blue Designer Series paper? Then in January, you could still redeem for this one. Plus, there will be a January product of the month that will be different that you can redeem for. So in that case, you can pick and choose. So if you've already redeemed yours, or if you're ordering, you'll see a progress bar that tells you how close you are to unlocking the ability to purchase this for $5. And even after you purchase it, there's a limit of one per demonstrator, one per customer. Everybody only gets one. Now you might see a new progress bar the next time you go in to place an order, even if you've already redeemed for this. You will see that progress bar, but it will not let you redeem again if you already have. The reason the progress bar is still there is, as I mentioned, in later months, we might have some choices where we can choose different ones. And in that scenario, you actually could get multiple products of the month as long as they're different offerings. I hope that makes sense. So we are going to create, let's go back to Karen's card here. So Karen's card, this piece that is the card front, is an embossed panel. We're going to replace that embossed panel with a Designer Series paper panel. And then we're going to make her card just like she made it, with a few changes. This panel I decided to make a little smaller so you could see more of the pretty designer paper, but I'm still using the embossing folder, and I don't think we're going to need that layer, but we'll discuss that. So let's go ahead and grab our paper here. Now, I debated about this, but I decided to go with this particular pattern. Now the plus of using the designer paper on Karen's Bunfold card is that the back side of that front panel shows when you open the card. So they're going to be able to see both sides of the paper. And I always love that in cards. So I did choose this particular one. There are certainly lots of other options that would look beautiful with this as well. I just thought that one would be a fun one to try. So let's give it a go, shall we, guys? I'm going to set aside the True Blue designer paper. right over there, and let's dive right in. Now, we are using the, we're going to use the gallery blooms just like Karen did. And I'm looking, now we just used gallery blooms, I don't know, that wasn't that long ago, a couple videos ago. We made this corner tuck fold card with the gallery blooms. I'm trying to tilt it because my lights are just so darn bright. They kind of white it out. And then you can see the texture. We used the new lasting linen background stamp, and then we embossed it as well with the dashing designs. So let's go ahead and get all our bits and pieces here. All right, so I am going to grab my card base, and I think I will start with that. I'm trying to carefully stack my things so I don't get confused. Again, I do not have a moderator tonight, so I will be showing the dimensions at the end of the video, and I will also put them in the description box on YouTube so that you can access those. Let's bring in our paper trimmer here. Now you could also use the Simply Scored tool. Doesn't really matter. We're going to score this at 1 inch. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this right? I don't think I have my card base size. Let's check my card base size. I think I have a half sheet and that's not the correct size. So I have a piece that is 5.5 by 8.5, but I need a piece that is 5.5 by 7.5. So your card base size is 5.5 by 7.5. Does the paper go with a particular set? No, Elizabeth, there is not a matching stamp set or dies. It's been made to go with a wide variety of different products. So I love navies because I find them super versatile. Oh, do I need this out? No, I don't. Okay. All right, so 5.5 by 7.5, and we're going to score this at 1 inch. 1 inch. I could try to type this in the comments, but it just would take too long. So we're going to go 1 inch and 4 1/4 because we got to make our card, right? We're having beef stew tonight for dinner. It's in the crock pot cooking away while I'm up here. So my family will want to eat at some point. All right, so we've got our card base. So let's just recap that real quick. 5.5 by 7.5, and then on the 7.5 side we scored it at 1 and 4 1/4. Let's find out if I did it correctly. If I didn't, you know what? We have more paper. It's not a problem. All right, we're going to set that over there. If you were a bone folder, oh, found it. I put it away. All right, I'm going to take my bone folder here, and I'm going to just flip this over so that I have the tab on the left and this right here. So I'm going to fold this on the 4 1/4 line, almost touching that score line, but not quite, and then crease it down. So I'm almost adjusting my score line, and that's so that this panel, so it'll tuck in nicely there. So I'm going to crease this one both ways. This is the 1 inch. You had homemade potato soup. Oh, potato soup is so yummy when it's cold. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. That's so kind of you for asking people to do a thumbs up. How generous of you. All right, we're going to go ahead and just kind of give this another crease. Just make sure I'm good. All right, there we go. So this is our card base. So that's those extra panels that are going to go on the inside. And then I have our designer series paper all cut here. And that is going to go right on top here, okay? So this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Now Karen's, actually her embossed panel here was a little bit larger than that. It was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. But of course I'm dealing with 12 by 12 paper here, and I'm hoarding it because I can only get one package. So I made a little bigger border and just did it 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, broccoli and cheddar soup. It's a big soup day, right, when it's cold. And okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some stickies on here. Now, when I was practicing this, I actually put it on this panel, and I got in trouble because I forgot that I've got to leave room for a border at the top, the bottom, and the side. and I had a little sticky showing. So I think the better way to do it would be to put adhesive on the back side of this piece. So I'm going to just flip this over and run some adhesive here. Aha, it's right here. Found it. Take a sip, everyone. I am super messy and I lose stuff all the time. So we play a little game here. If this is the first time you're watching me, if we say found it, just take a sip of your beverage. Let me know what is in your cup. Oh, Nicole is moderating for us. Thank you so much, Nicole. So our card base, thank you, Nicole, is 5.5 by 7.5. Let's give Nicole a big cheer. 5.5 by 7.5 scored at on the 7.5 side at 1 4.25. And then we have our designer series paper here is 4 by 5.25. So thank you, Nicole. Got that shiny right there. And we're going to go ahead and stick this on. Now this particular designer paper is not directional. However, if you had one that was, and there is like one pattern, a couple patterns have flowers on it that are going in a certain direction. So depending on what design, which design in the pattern you're using, you might want to just pay attention to that. And so that is our front panel right there. Chicken gnocchi soup. Is that how you say it, Joanne? Gnocchi, you don't pronounce the G? I never know for sure, but that sounds super yummy. Why are we talking about food? My stomach's going to start growling, you guys. Okay, so can you see how our card is progressing? But now we've got that fun pattern on the inside. How cool is that? All right, so now let's really dive in and do some more copying here. And have no worries, we're going to decorate the inside panel, but we're going to focus on the technique. We're going to step away for a moment from our fun fold and talk about the technique. So I have a piece of basic white here. This is, let me just double check, guys. I'll just double check. This is 3 inches by 5, oh, no, it's not. Oh yeah, 3 inches by 4.5. I was just not reading my numbers right. 3 inches by 4.5, and that's where we're going to stamp our flower. So let's bring in our Night of Navy ink pad right here, and our big flower from Gallery Blooms. You can see I practiced earlier, got some navy ink on there already. That's really going to be navied up. So let's go ahead. Claudia is having a white Russian with peppermint vodka. Oh my goodness. That sounds very festive and holiday-ish. I'm going to go ahead and tap this. Beats my ice water, which is not even in the room. I'm not 100% sure where it is right now, but that's okay. So we are stamping our flower, thank you again, Nicole, on our 3 by 4.5 inch piece of basic white. And I'm just going to angle it a little bit. So I'm going to poke my head in the camera. Boy, this block is dirty. Oh my goodness, Susan, clean your blocks. What the heck? All right, let's pop that off. Now I'm going to be die cutting this out. And yes, okay. I was hoping I didn't get my papers mixed up. All right, so that's our flower. We're going to die cut that out in a minute. This is actually the panel. This is bigger than we even need. This is the panel that is going to go on the front of our card. And this panel is 3 by 4.25. Let me double check that. 3 by 4.25. What did I do with my ruler, you guys? Oh, seriously, Susan. Oh, found it. Okay, take another sip, guys. All right, 3 by 4.25. Oh boy, White Russian. All right, well, sip slow. So take little sips. It might be a losing lots of things night. All right, so we are going to, now we can do this 2 ways. We need to cut the flower shape out of this piece. That is part of the Eclipse technique, is having this cut out to have a dark layer below show that helps add the shadows, right? I am just debating on whether I want to emboss it first or after. You can do it either way. Let's emboss it first and then we'll die cut it. How about that? All right, we're going to do it. So let's go. Claudia's taking tiny sips. Good job, Claudia. I don't want to get you in trouble here. All right, we're going to do some embossing, and let's use that beautiful Damask Designs embossing folder. Now, there's lots of other folders that would be beautiful with this as well. But we are being inspired by Karen Schultz's beautiful card, and so why fix what's broken, right? So we're going to open up our Damas folder. Why fix? No, wait, that's not right. Why fix what isn't broken? Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, I am just lining it up with this is a lineal folder, and it's going to bug me if it's crooked, right? I want them in rows. So I'm just lining up the edge of my white cardstock with the black line in my embossing folder, and I'm going to send that through. Now this one is not a 3D folder, it's a standard folder, so I have platform number 1 and then 2 number 3 plates, one on top and one on the bottom. And I'm going to send that through. You know what? I should have embossed that piece for the inside. Oh my gosh. I could have fit them both in there. Super easy, you guys. What was I thinking? Oh well, that's okay. We'll do that one later. We'll do that later. Okay, so let's take a look here. All right, so we have this beautiful embossed panel, but we're gonna do a little something to it. So I'm gonna switch over to die cutting mode. So again, still have platform 1. I just turned it around so you can see the 1. I'm going to add number 2, which is the adapter piece for when you're die cutting. And then back to a number 3 plate right here. That looks good. And then we're going to take this embossed piece and we're going to take our dies for this set, the beautiful gallery dies, and we're going to take the flower die. And we're going to cut out the shape of the flower from this piece because we're going to be, let me see if I can show it to you on Kieran's. If I pull back a little bit on the flower, you can see she's cut the flower shape out of the white piece, and that adds the Night of Navy. We're also going to be stacking some Night of Navy cardstock behind it. That's optional, but it really does double down on the pop that you get, which is truly the Eclipse technique. All right, so I've got this on here sort of angled to fit. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and send this through. Somebody is ringing our doorbell. I believe it's my husband's tailgating buddy who is spending the night here tonight. So hopefully somebody will answer the door. All right, we've got that. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like. All right, so we've got that cut out. Just a moment, everyone. I will be right back. Okay. I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh, goodness. All right, I'm back. Hello. How are you? All right, so we have our die cut piece here, okay? So that is going to go on the front, and we're going to be popping up our flower, all right? Fabulous. So I don't actually need this. I don't know. You guys are clever. You could probably find a use for that, but I don't know. So I'm going to flip this around, and we're going to take our, where'd our flower go? Oh, here, found it. See how I bury things? Oh my gosh. Take a sip, everyone. All right, we're going to go ahead and stick this on there. Now this one, I always have some little pieces that stick. So I'm going to just poke those out with a take your pick tool. Just like that. Don't poke yourself, Sue. Already got enough hand wounds from farm adventures. I'm not kind to my hands when I'm down there. Yeah, that was the cast iron stove. The door got me. Yeah, you don't want to put your hand on that. That baby's hot. All right, let's go ahead and line up our die with our flower, and we're going to die cut this out. So tiny sip from Claudia. All right, we're going to go ahead and, oh, and I moved it. Oh my gosh, seriously. All right, let's grab a sticky note. Should have had that at the ready, huh? Maybe 2. This might be a twofer. 2 sticky notes. All right, we're going to die cut out our pretty bloom here. Slide it down a skosh. All right, there. I don't know that I need to, but oh, I pulled it, so might as well. Now, I'm die cutting this out, but if you remember on Karen's card, she had these pretty leaves on the inside. Why don't let's make use of our extra space on our platform here. Did I move that? I hope I didn't shift that. Fingers crossed. All right, let's grab this. Now, she did 3 of this shape. I'm going to just do a random assortment. How about that? Let me grab a little scrap here. What do I got? I have room for this? Can I shove this in here? Sure I can. We'll put it at the top. There we go. Let's grab this set of leaves and this set of leaves. And oh yeah, this set of leaves, which is actually the one that she used. And we'll do more of a bouquet. So, right, Nicole? You probably knew that you weren't supposed to put your hand on a hot cast iron metal stove door, but you know, I'm happy to help someone else, save them from my mistakes. All right, let's go ahead and crank this through. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm gonna pop that down and pull this off here. All right, so, whoa, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. How cute is that? Come here, you. Let's grab our little, look how cute. All right, let's see what these guys look like. These guys are hanging out in their little dies. Let's poke them out. Again, don't poke yourself, Sue. These important reminders that I have to tell. What is the name of the die set? This is the Gallery Blooms die set. It goes with the Gallery Blooms. It's a bundle. It's from the annual catalog. It's awesome. Who has this? Let me know in the comments. I bet a lot of you have this. And sometimes we get it when it's new and then we kind of forget about it. So it's good to bring these back out and put them in rotation, right? All right. We got this guy. That one's kind of like almost reminds me of a shamrock a little bit. And then this one, and then the die for this one is right here. My hand is full. All right, so got some pretty white fronds to decorate our card with. And let's pop those back in the magnet and let's see what we have here. So, you know what I should have done? I shouldn't have embossed it first. Oh my gosh. All right. I should have stamped the flower, not embossed it, cut it out, then embossed this. Then I wouldn't have needed this piece at all. Oh my gosh. All right. Like I said, I'm a little rusty on the Eclipse technique, guys. Wasting paper. It's all right. So we have our pretty flower cut out with this die right here. Yay. All right. We are making progress. Okay. You know what? While I have the die cutting machine out, I'm going to just emboss a decorative piece for the inside of the card. And this is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. So you do have it and you love it. Yep, it's a great one. It is on, thank you, Nicole, page 55 of the annual catalog. All right, let's grab, I was going to say I lost the other plate. It's right here. I'm panicking for no reason. Okay, so let's put it right here. And we're going to send this right through. All right, fantastic. Okay, let's build the card. Yay. All right, that's trying to slide on the floor. There we go. Mercy is back in her cozy cave, all tucked in. All right, fantastic. Chuck that away, and here we go, friends. Whew. All right, so we're going to bring our card base back in. This is our front panel. Now, before the video started, I cut out 2 blanks with this same die from Night of Navy. Okay? And I'm going to stack those behind this. This is often done in this Eclipse technique. because it doubles down on that shadow and it makes this thicker, and you can see it from the sides. So we're going to go ahead and glue that together. Now you can use multi-purpose liquid glue. I'm going to use mine using my little cute gingerbread man holder from the Country Hive. And I got my multi-purpose liquid glue here, and I'm just going to put a little bit on, and I'm just going to double stack these. And I know it doesn't seem like much, these layers of cardstock, but wow, it really adds to the depth that you get with this technique. And Karen did share right inside her card that that is what she did on hers. She has 2 layers of navy behind, so we're doing the same thing. So let's pop this right here. Wow, Nicole, you're good. She saw the kind of measurements for these navies. Now you can just die cut these from scrap, but there needs to be at least 3 by 4 1/4 to make sure you get the piece out of there. You maybe could squish it out of 2 3/4, but it would be really tight. And then now we're going to glue this on top, and we're going to just make this nice thick double stack. Just drawing on here. Teaching Sunday school tomorrow. Our class is kindergarten through, what are we up to now? I think 3rd grade, 4th grade? So yeah, we have a 4th grader in there. Actually, I think we have a 5th grader in there. So, all ages. So, got that stacked on there. And I'm bringing the snack, which is going to be fun. All right, so we've got this nice thick flower right there. And we're going to go ahead and stick this down. Now this I'm not going to pop up. This is going to go directly flat on my card. Now typically I prefer tape runner, but for this one, because it's got this piece right here, I'm actually going to use the multi-purpose liquid glue so that I can get this down. And this is reminding me that Anne, my sister Anne, who often moderates for me, said for Christmas she wants some multi-purpose liquid glue. Anne is a wood maker. She loves to create beautiful things out of wood, like our dad did. And she thinks this glue would be an awesome addition for gluing tiny pieces of glue together where you get just a small amount to come out. So, all right, got that all dotted on there. Back in the gingerbread man you go. And we're going to flip this over. All right, let's glue that on the front of our card. I'm just trying to center it here. One of the nice things about multi-purpose liquid glue is you do have a little time to shift if you need to renegotiate. All right. Still can't believe I didn't cut the flower out of that. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking for not stamping the flower on that? And then we're going to pop up our flower just like Karen did here. So that's going to require some dimensionals. Uh-oh, guys, hang on. Oh, found them. Whew. I took a lot of them to the farm for Mom's cards, and they're still not unpacked yet, I'm sad to say. It's been a little bit crazy. All right. Let's put this here and right here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I am going to stick that on there. So let's take these pieces off. And we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Come on. You might take your pick tool, you guys. Oh, that one had a mind of its own. It came back. Once again, I'm not throwing them away. I'm piling them on the side. Why? We don't know. And I'm just going to line up my flower with the cutout in that card. And because of this style of die, how it does the detailed cutouts, you will have a little more navy. And I think that just doubles down on that shadow effect. So that is what we call the Eclipse technique. So two-tier, I believe is the full name. Two-tier Eclipse technique, because we've got the double stack of the cardstock behind it. But can you see how it adds? It's pretty hard to see on camera, but it is really, really cool. So, all right, so we've got that on there, and now I feel like we need a greeting here, you guys. Definitely need a greeting. So I have this little scrap. I wonder, now part of this, the Beautiful Gallery, there was another bundle in that suite called Beautiful Motifs. And I'm wondering if this Thinking of You will fit on this little scrap I have here. Let's give it a go, you guys. This one is falling over. Thinking of You. Here we go. Excellent. Let's grab a block right here. All right. So I'm going to pull it towards me so that I can see. All right, Thinking of You. I think that will fit right in that spot. I like Thinking of You when I don't know for sure what I'll be using the card for, right? All right, Thinking of You. Fantastic. And then I'm just going to take my paper snips and I am just going to cut this at an angle. Like so. All right, and then that's going to go right there. Now Karen did put a navy layer behind hers. What do you guys think? Should I put a Night of Navy layer behind here? Let me know in the comments, yes or no, if you think we need that. Happy to comply. So I'll set that aside for now, and I'm going to go to the inside of the card and decorate that while you're voting on yes or no on a layer for that piece. All right, so I'm flipping this open, and this is where we're going to add this decorative panel. Now Karen put hers here. I think I'll put mine over here, because I think some of my leaves might be a little bit longer than hers. Because I did kind of a random mix of leaves here, and they just tuck them right under that panel, like so. Okay, kind of like a little bouquet. Yes, yes, yes. Rosemary has an interesting point. She says when you don't put the navy behind it, it really brings the focus back to the flower. That's a good point. So you could go either way, I think. The navy behind gives it that nice coordination. All right, I tried to not put much adhesive on this. We can't even see that. I tried to not put much adhesive on this edge. Oh wait, it's on this edge. No, I didn't put it. Anyway, I should be able to tuck the flowers or the little leafy things under there. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can. So I'm just layering this in here. This piece, what was this, you guys? 1 1/4 by 5 is what I did on that. I think it might be slightly, no, I think that's the same as Karen's. All right, I'm just gonna add a little multi-purpose liquid glue on this guy and see if I can tuck the stem under without getting all gluey. Wish me luck on that, you guys. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, maybe we just go ahead and put glue on all of them. The majority say yes, let's give it a try. So let's do it. Let's give it a try. Okay. Right here. All right. There we go. Oh, stuck it to myself. Good job, Sue. All right, let's see what we got here. I got a sticky, leafy guy. You know what? If you're not getting sticky when you're making a card, are you really doing it right? Right? All right, there we go. Got that one. Ooh, I got a little crazy on the glue on this one. Let me just, oh, let's see, it's sticking to me. I'm going to just take a little scrap here and save me from myself by just scraping off a little bit of that glue blob. I got a little overkill on that. And then I'm just going to pop this right under here. There we go. And one more. Whoa! Good job, Sue. Stick your fingers right in it. All right, so there we go. Fabulous. Oh, look how cute. Super cute. All right, so we are going to do a layer behind this. That would require, oh, look at this. Got to scrap a Night of Navy right at the ready. So what was this? I think this was a 1/2 inch. So let's make this one fewer paper trimmer. Oh, I found it. Here it is. I was going to say I had it. Set it over on the computer desk. Of course I did. Let's not lose that, Sue. All right, so we're just going to trim this down so that it is, let's see, I think, well, let's measure this first. Measure twice, cut once. Okay, this is a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do just 1/8 of an inch bigger than a 1/2 inch, which would be 5/8. Yeah, I think so. Janine, am I right? Janine's my resident math expert. All right, 5/8 of an inch, I believe, is what I want. Let's test it out. Whew. Okay, yes. All right, we're good. Let's stick this on. And again, I'm just going to cut it. Of course, you could use a die for this if you don't want to do, if you're worried you would get this crooked or whatever. There's plenty of dies that would work for this. I think Style of Shapes is one that comes to mind. And then we're just going to cut this. Boom. There we go. Got our little thinking of you right there. We'll just pop that up on dimensionals. Oh, found them. They were under the oh, wait. Uh-oh. I found not the ones we were using before because this one's almost empty. Oh, here. They're right here, Sue. But there's 2 left on here, and that's all I need. Actually, there's 3 left on here. That's all I need. And then I have all the edges, so we're good. So let's go ahead and stick this on right here. Nicole is dropping the measurements for this in the comments. Thank you, Janine, for verifying that. So it was the 1/2 inch and then 5/8 inch. And then the width is, it depends on your sentiment, right? You might be doing hello on here, which would be a different length than what I'm using. So all right, let's stick this on right here. Okay, fabulous. Look at that. So cute. Now, inside here is where we would write, so we're going to add some panels. I have 2 pieces of basic white that are 3 by 5 1/4, and those are going to go inside our card right here. Now you could do some stamping on one of them. You could do a sentiment on, you know what, let's put a sentiment on at least one of them. Where did my, oh, it's right here. My beautiful notice, found it. All right, how's that White Russian coming along? So let's say, how about You've Been on My Mind? That's a nice one. It's the one I use the most, and it might have, oh, it's right here, yeah. It's well used, I can tell. Let's grab a block and stamp You've Been on My Mind. Is that straight, you guys? Oh my gosh. You've been on my mind right there. And then I think we need a little flower or a little something something. Maybe this one. See. Oh, I've never even used that one before. Oh, but this one's nice too. Oh, I like this one. It's nice and long. Let's use that one. Haven't used that one before either. I've used this one. So nice to put our stamps to work, right, friends? All right, let's peel this guy off. How we doing? Oh, we got 10 minutes left. I gotta hurry because I want to show you a Happy Meal. Okay, we're on it here. We're getting on it. We're getting her done. All right, let's ink this guy up. And I'm going to use my directions for a scrap. Oopsie, I didn't ink that up very well. It's one nice things about photopolymer when I just got ink on my thumbnail. That's going to cause problems. Hang on. Get a Kleenex. Get rid of that. All right. And then we're just going to stamp this down the side. You've been on, oh, look how cute that is. You've been on my mind. And then we're going to stick that, I think, right here. And then this one I'll leave blank for writing words on, signing the card and writing a little note. Does that sound good? You could do it either way. Like the stamped one could be the outside one, either or. All right, let's stick this right inside here. And then let's stick this in here. All right. And I feel like I need rhinestones on the front. Okay, cute. All right, friends, do we want to add some rhinestones to the front of our card? Let me know in the comments, yes or no on rhinestones. Let me show you what Karen did. Karen actually added blue rhinestones. She either colored those herself, which we can do, or we used to have some blue rhinestones, and so she might have had some on hand. So yes or no on rhinestones? Yes. Yes on the rhinestones. Oh, I love it. I love it when you guys say go for the bling, Sue. All right, let me grab, let's see what my options are. I'm going to grab Misty Moonlight Stampin' Blends. I could use Blueberry Bushel. I could do Secret Sea. But let's try Misty Moonlight. That's I think the closest to maybe. And bear with me while I dig through my drawer and find my, oh, you know what? My rhinestones are in the bag that went to the farm. Hang on, it's right here. Because I thought we were doing those on Mom's card, but she said, no, I want the peppermints. And they're so cute. So, and I agreed with her. All right, I have a dog hair in here. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously. All right, let's get the dog hair out. Okay. Boy, it does not want to leave the party. Okay, fine, just be that way. Okay. Oh, I tell ya. All right, we're gonna take our Misty Moonlight and let's see what this looks like. Okay, that's Misty Moonlight. I'm just for fun. I'm going to try Blueberry Bushel and see if I like it better. The Misty's nice. Blueberry, oh no, that's too bright. No, blueberry doesn't work. All right, let's try Secret Sea. We don't actually have Night of Navy Stampin' Blends. I think it's because Misty Moonlight is so close in color. And so far that is the winner. This is the light Secret Sea. Ooh, that's nice. I think I might like light Secret Sea. I don't know if you guys can make that out. The Misty Moonlight is Misty Moonlight or Secret Sea. They're both nice. I'm gonna go with Secret Sea. Let's see what that looks like. Let's do a big one and a couple small ones. And I'm using the light Secret Sea, not the dark. Misty Moonlight would also work, but it's just a little bit lighter. Yeah, we could have totally used them clear. Totally could have done that. Well, let's see what they look like colored. Cute. Super cute. And then one more down here. And there we have our card with the True Blues. And here again is Karen Schultz's beautiful card that inspired us. Fabulous, which I do love in all the white because you guys know me, right? So, oh, now take your pick. This is that take your pick tool that does not like to be left out. It always wants to roll in and join the fun. So yay, we did it, friends. All right, this looks crooked to me. Does it look crooked to you guys? Seriously, what did I do there? Hang on, I just fixed that. All right, it was just a little wonky. Okay, that looks better. All right, let's bring in our dimensions. I was going to say I lost them, but I found them again. Take a sip, everyone, because I flipped them over to use the scrap paper, remember? All right, let's put this here, and then maybe okay, take a screenshot, and then I'll open the card, so you can take a second screenshot with it open. Does that look good, everybody? All right, go ahead and take a screenshot. I don't have the dimensions on there for the little thank you. Excuse me, for the thinking of you. It just depends on what word you use, but and then let's do another one where we open up the cards so you can see the different, maybe you can see the construction a little bit. There, how's that, guys? Take Hang on, I gotta fix my sleeve. There you go. Take a second picture. All right, we got 4 minutes to look at Happy Mail. Let's do it. All right, I'm going to slide this over here. Oh, by the way, when I was practicing earlier, I did this with the Peaceful Garden Designer paper just to play around with it. So you could do this with so many different fun papers. And then this one I would not do the two-tier Eclipse technique. I would just put a sentiment on here, but so fun. All right, there we go. Okay. What is my split coast stamper name? Probably Sue Stampfield, I would assume. It's a great question. I haven't been on there for quite a while. Like I said, it was a long time ago. But you can also search my YouTube channel and you'll find that same video there. But on split coast, I do have a written tutorial. Actually, I think I have a link to it in my video on my channel as well. So you can get there either way. All right, so first up, Happy Mail. Let's do it, friends. Gorgeous card from Judy Siegler. This is the paper pumpkin, and I just love that one. It's stunning. So thank you so much, Judy. Love it. And then this beautiful card is a Christmas card from one of my team members. This is from Tina Bickford. And so this is a fun fold card, as you might imagine. So it opens up like that. Super cute. This is like a diagonal cut here, and then the die cut piece hangs over, and then the DSP is also a diagonal cut. So super cute card from Tina. Oh my gosh, this one is a showstopper. This one is from, actually let's do this one first. Okay, we'll do it this way. All right, this one's actually from Stampin' Up. This is a congratulations note. Look, even they stamped on the envelope, and this one is from Sarah Douglas, the CEO of Stampin' Up. She sent me a congratulations for reaching my 1.2 million sales milestone. So super amazing how Stampin' Up makes us feel special and valued, I guess. They're a wonderful company. That's why I've been a demonstrator for 28 years. This gorgeous card is from Carrie Hamilton. Look at that fun copper layer. I don't know if you can tell it's copper behind, and she's got sparkle stuff on here. Like, looks like a sparkle spritz of some kind. Peace on Earth. But beautiful, beautiful card from Connie. Thank you so much for thinking of me. And then this one is a real showstopper. Oh my goodness. This is from Anita Dean in Ventura, California. And she has she made a custom protective embossed piece that goes on top to protect the card that matches. How cool is that? And then look at this with the sweet birds. And then the card opens. Ready for this one, you guys? This one is a wow. So I'm going to open it up like this. And this is a shutter card. So inside we have that secret message revealed as the card opens. You can see the mechanism back there. Super, super fun card from Anita Dean. That one is a real wow, right? So Claudia is asking when she's got a note in here. Let's see, she got this shutter card from Lisa Curcio in her September 2025 video, I believe. So that is awesome. Awesome card from Anita. Claudia wants to know when my Million Sales stamp set will be out. That is going to be in the next annual catalog, which comes out in May. Took me a minute. Comes out in May. So great question. Yes, thanks Nicole for helping out tonight, jumping right in and being our volunteer moderator. That was much appreciated. You live in Ventura. How cool was that? You should say hi to Anita. She makes beautiful cards. So thank you, friends. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You are making the world a kinder place with every card that you send. So thank you so much for what you're doing. I will be back on Saturday night, and then I do send out free project sheets at SueStampfield.com. This is Saturday night, Susan. You'll be back on Tuesday night at 7:30 Central Time with another creative video. Looking forward to sharing with you then. Have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye.